Hello. Welcome to Barely a Destiny Show, episode 29. The show where we barely talk about Destiny. I'm your host, Ben Malone, and with me as always is Xanafan711, my brother Steve. What's up, dude?
What's up, Mr. NPR?
I'm Bob Long.
Oh man. Hey, so what did one plate say to the other plate?
I don't know,
I don't.
man.
Lunch is on me.
Nice.
I don't get it.
Well done.
That one also courtesy of JC Jesse. I had a different one. I don't think it would work for audio though. It's oh, that's a nice ham that you got there. It would be a shame if you put an S in front of it and an E after it.
I like that one. That's good. That's clever.
Also with me.
It really is bad.
It's like I don't know what to say to that shit. Also with us today is Slapshot Scott. What's up, dude?
Not much, boys. Back from the wilds of the East Coast. Traveled to Maryland last week for my sister-in-law's wedding, so it was super fun.
Yeah, we
It
missed
was
you.
in this. Yeah, I've been so fucking behind just trying to catch up from that because it was like a 6-hour drive. And we drove overnight on Thursday, I think it was. So my son would sleep the whole way. So my wife and I were pretty much up for 24 hours because we got there at like 6 a.m. But the best thing ever was like the night manager at the desk who had just taken over, or who was like either just taking over for the morning or about to like go home. Her parents were already there, and they're like, we can put you up in our room until yours is ready because check-in's not until 3:30. I'm like, fuck, this is going to be like a pain in the ass because he's going to wake up at like 6 o'clock and want to play and be like, hey, I wasn't up for 24 hours. I just finished sleeping. What's up, guys? And we're going to be like, I just want to sleep. So we figured maybe the grandparents would take him, Well, we get to the desk and her dad's there with this night manager, and we start talking to the guy, and it turns out this dude just had his first granddaughter. Oh. So like he's asking us questions about my son, and he's like, how old's he? And like my son just sort of woke up, so he's kind of smiling at the guy, and he's like being friendly and stuff. So long story short, my son actually got us checked into the room over 12 hours early. So score one for the little guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. So.
That is sweet. I woke up today and took the family down to get some donuts. There's a place.
Nice.
Well, like Sundays usually before, I wake up real early because Sundays are Lauren's day to sleep in. And usually I'll walk down to, there's a grocery store down the street from us. So I'll walk down there with Iris and we'll get some bagels and donuts and some milk. But today wanted to do something a little different, and we went down to this place called Peace, Love, and Little Donuts. And the whole shtick of it is it's a hippie donut place, and that's all bullshit. It's so stupid. But they have these like tiny little donuts, like when you get the box of powdered donuts, the like little ones. Mm-hmm. That's the size of them, but they're fresh, and they just have like 30 different kind of donuts there.
Nice.
Like this one's called Dirt, and it's got like brownie chunks and chocolate syrup and a gummy worm on it. Like it's a million different things awesome. Like that. I had one that was like pieces of graham cracker, peanut butter, and jelly. And I was like, oh, nice. My God, it's so good.
That sounds fantastic.
You walk in, and they're like, have you ever been here? Oh, no. You walk in, they're like, have you ever been here before? And you're like, oh, no. And they just hand you donuts. They're like, here, just try these. And I'm eating this like powdered sugar donut, and I was just like, oh, my God, these are so fucking good. But
that's awesome.
It's expensive as hell. It was $15 for a dozen donuts. And like I said, they're very small. But what they do is they make them, like the donuts are being made right there, and they have like, it's like a Chipotle or a Subway where they have all the little different zones.
Oh, the stations with the stuff?
Yeah, they just dip it and make it right there. And I was like, oh,
that's amazing.
Fuck. I had a s'mores one. So good. There's like a million different kinds.
That's fucking awesome. I will say, as we were driving down, it was like probably 3:30, 4:30 in the morning. And I felt super lucky that we pulled into a Sheetz to get gas, which, by the way, for anybody who's never really traveled outside the Northeast, because for probably a good 20 years of my life, I just went between New York, or I went between Albany, New York City, and Massachusetts. So there was always something off the highway, like a rest stop or whatever, with a McDonald's or some sort of like convenience store you can get food. Once you get outside of New York and like Massachusetts, that doesn't really happen.
Nope.
So it took a while. It took a while for me to get used to that. And finally, on my second trip to Maryland in as many years, we were kind of accustomed to it, getting off and getting gas and stuff. So we pulled into a Sheetz truck stop, which Sheetz are the better ones where I've, in my findings.
Yeah, it's better than Wawa. And if you disagree with that, then tweet at me and I'll fucking fight you over it. But Wawa gives you food poisoning and Sheetz doesn't. And Wawa looks like a bland ass version of Sheetz. And Get Go is like in between.
I think Get Go's better than Sheetz. And
there's
a place in like, I don't know, Central America, I guess. Not Central America, like Central United States.
It's actually in Brazil. Funny story.
There's a place in Mexico.
Come and Go, and it's spelled really poorly, but
I've seen pictures of that. Oh, that's great.
Those places are immaculate and better than Sheetz.
I want to say one of my friends in Michigan, her and her family were like road tripping somewhere to see family, and she posted a picture of Come and Go on social media, Facebook. Yeah, and I think her parents are fucking awesome. So she'll always post, but they don't really use social media. So she'll always caption the pictures with what her parents will say sometimes. And her mom is fucking hilarious. Her mom said something called Come and Go, like the ejaculate and escape or something. It was some other ridiculous name. The best fucking thing, and keep her mom. This is the type of person her mom is. Like when there was that big like debate about the bathroom rules, transgender bathroom users and stuff like that going on. Her mom walks into a rest stop off the highway. They live in Michigan, like outside of Detroit. So they walk into a rest stop outside of the highway, and her mom just goes, "Do we have to declare our genders here, or when we're using the toilet?" It's like, oh my God. Like, your fucking mom rules. So yeah.
So anyway, you're at a Sheetz.
Yeah, so we pull into a Sheetz, and it's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm starving, and I don't want to eat in the car because I don't want to wake my son up. And I see this fucking so I go in and take a leak, and I come back out, and I see like they have like the case of fresh donuts, and it's Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm like, all right, but they're fresh, because if you got to go to one of the big ones, I usually prefer Dunkin' over like, I don't know. There's not really any Krispy Kremes here in New York,
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you say anything is better than Krispy Kreme, you're wrong. Unless it's Peace, Love, and Little Donuts.
We had Krispy Kremes here, and then they failed miserably because the genius who was in charge of whatever for the franchise started putting the Krispy Kreme donuts in gas stations. And it's like, you have a fucking store that people were lined up around the block to go to, and then you put the donuts in like gas stations, and people stopped going to the store, so you lost all your money. And then people stopped buying the donuts from the gas stations because they weren't fresh, which is the appeal for Krispy Kreme. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at this fucking donut. I'm like, I want a Boston cream donut because they're my favorite. And it's in the case, it's nice and fresh. And I'm like, shit, the paper is going to wake up my kid. I'm like, I'm just going to go without. So I skipped it and I fell asleep for like the rest of half the ride or something like that.
Oh, man. You shouldn't have skipped it.
Yeah.
You should have just devoured it before you got back into the car.
That's called buy it and eat it on the way.
I was thinking about it, man. I was like, oh, man.
You buy it and then you go, oh, man, I have to poop. And you eat it on the toilet because who cares?
Yeah.
That's when you know.
We treat
That's like a new father thing right there, if I do say so. Right when Iris was born, I came home one night after she was asleep, and I had Taco Bell. And I just fucking ate it in the bathroom because I was like, fuck it. There's nowhere else to eat it where I'm not going to wake somebody up. So I'm eating it in here.
Speaking of Krispy Kreme, we trade one large pizza every Saturday night for 2 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts.
Damn.
It's the leftovers that don't get delivered to the gas station, so they're fresh. So it's like he goes and does his rounds. And then,
good setup.
Yep.
Man, I love donuts.
Very good setup.
This week, we've got music by Glass Half Empty, ma.bandcamp.com. So the band name is Glass Half Empty, but assuming they're from Massachusetts. Or they just love their mother, and so they're Glass Half Empty Ma. But they're from Massachusetts. Not Final Fantasy. Fantasy Football. It's closed. You can't join it anymore. We're done. We're setting up a draft time. And, yeah, it'll be sick. We've got 8 guys, some podcast people that you may know, some people that listen to the podcast that you may not know, but you are going to hear their names because you best believe we're going to be talking about the results of this league on this show.
We're going to be talking trash. See, I feel bad for the other guys because they don't get to talk trash audibly.
Well, they can do it in
they just have to yell at us in our Discord.
Yeah.
They can also do it on Twitter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Trash tweets.
Trash tweets.
Other than that, I don't think there's any other housekeeping unless Steve, do you have anything that, maybe some housekeeping?
Not really.
I'm trying to set you up. We're going to be doing a charity stream with Dads of Destiny.
Oh, you have it out of order on the thing. Yes, we're doing a charity stream with through Dads of Destiny. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah. It's 72 hours.
Yeah.
LETAF. Yeah, 72 hours. We're gonna be streaming the entire 72. I'm just kidding. Gosh, can you imagine streaming our show only 72 hours straight?
Oh God.
No. There's a lot of cool people involved. I don't want to, go and list all of them, but a lot of cool people are involved. It's going to be October 13th.
There it is. Yeah.
2017, which I'm assuming, is that a Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is what I'm going to assume with 72 hours and, So, yeah, that'll be fucking sweet. We're super excited. Make sure you come out. It's to help support not support cystic fibrosis, but you know what I mean.
Raise funds for a cure.
Raise funds.
Yeah.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know how charity streams work.
Yeah. It doesn't support diseases. It helps to support people not having that disease. I don't even know.
Just in case we have any Zoolanders watching or listening.
Yeah.
Right.
It is a disease.
No, the charity. It's the Boomer Liaison Foundation is where the funds are going.
Cool.
Fighting cystic fibrosis.
Yes. Not supporting.
Nice.
Fighting. There we go. So make sure you guys pop in and check that out. I'm not sure when we're gonna be.
Yeah, we don't have our block
when we're
set
streaming,
yet.
but we'll be doing it. And I know Dan Finitas is gonna be streaming as well.
Oh shit!
So
sure.
He's our buddy. Yeah, that's going on. Definitely, we're super super excited. Scott found out about it today.
Yeah, we forgot to tell him.
Yep.
Oh man.
A couple, not even an hour ago. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Scott? I've
Literally
talked to you
5 minutes before we went there. But that's okay. The only thing I had to say was that we're out for Friday, or I'm not going to be on it because I got stuff going on. But talk about that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that stuff. You guys been playing any games this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you been playing? Paladins?
Paladins and basically just Paladins. They started a new season, new ranked system on Wednesday, and I've been plugging my way through that. Been streaming a lot.
Yes, you have. I popped in on Friday for a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Friday was fun. Friday was a lot of fun. And of course, as usual, it's like getting to that time where you're like, all right, I should probably go to sleep. And then your viewers just like go up all of a sudden. So you're like, I guess I'm not going to sleep. So
Yeah, I know all about that.
There goes that.
we're talking a couple people hopped in, like 2 or 3.
That's happened to me once, and it was because they're in Germany. They're like, hey, man, what's up? It's the morning for us. And I was like, shit, it's like 4 here. So see you later. I'm going to bed.
Did I tell you guys about there was one Friday night I was streaming and I was playing on my Warlock, which of course, Titan main, so I was failing miserably as a warlock. I did all right on this one mission. It was a story mission. And then out of
Warlock's
nowhere,
like a disabled Titan.
yeah,
he's not as good.
It really was. I was having issues with the jump. It was that mission where you get to Skolas, and he's at the top of the Citadel, and you got the shifting platforms. So I'm doing All-Star right up until there, because I've got my fucking Storm Trance unlocked, and I'm just ripping Vex and falling. I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. So I get 3 viewers in my chat. I'm like, great, people are going to watch me fail now. Who is it? You guys will know these guys. DW McD, and I make him quack from the DGS chat.
Oh yeah, I've been watching Quack on Twitch a lot lately.
Yeah, those two are fucking hilarious because they must have saw me go online as they were about to go off, and they just jumped in chat and started heckling me. So
Of course.
yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So I stayed on for an extra hour because of that.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Lazarus has been hanging out. Subcult's been hanging out. Risen Phoenix.
Nice.
And I've been reconnecting with some people because I've been posting my link on Facebook now too. So I get like real life people from my past
shit.
popping
Isn't
in.
that always
That's
weird?
been fun. Yeah.
It's weird because I feel like a lot of them
One
don't have
from
accounts. Like a lot of those people don't have accounts, so you just get viewers, and it's like your uncle or your mom just checking you out. Just what's up with the
People, dude. Our old roommate hopped in the other day,
Boner?
Mr. Nate Saylor.
Oh, hey, let's try and not say people's names on the show.
I mean, like he's not whatever. But he's a good dude.
You were saying it was his profession. That's why.
Yes.
He's never mind. He's a seaman.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I like streaming. I like when people come watch the stream. I like when people come to watch this stream, which you can check out on twitch.tv/DeadBenMalone, Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. You like
yes.
That segue.
that?
Right on the
Segue.
tape.
I've been
Sounded
wanting
like
to
an ad
stream
read.
lately. Yeah. You know what else is an ad read? These wild mics and headphones. These are just some of the iconic gear made by Digital Reference. Here.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think we're Are we losing Ben?
Huh? Hello?
Nope, there he is. There he is.
Oh, it's your mic again, Ben.
Is it? How about that? How about there?
There
we
you
go.
go.
You're good. You're good.
Well,
Don't touch it.
make it
Yeah,
to a
don't
Digital
touch it again.
Reference ad read, and then your mic cuts out. That's the way. It's not the mic's
Alright.
fault. Digital Reference is a budget company, though. I've been wanting to stream lately, but I don't want to look like an asshole while I'm playing my new favorite game, which is a little bit of that PUBG, baby. Finally got in, and it's tons of fun. Honestly, like, so I didn't really know what PUBG was. I just heard that everyone's been talking about it. So if you're like me and didn't know,
Oh, yeah.
100 people in an airplane, you parachute onto an island. The island's fucking huge. It's the same island every time. And when you land on this island, you got nothing. So you got to go loot houses for guns and armor. And then you go shoot people.
Oh, okay.
You kill them. And the last person alive wins. And the whole time, the map keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And I was number 4 out of 100. And I killed like one guy right at the beginning. I landed on the roof of this place, grabbed a shotgun and blew his brains out, and then didn't see anyone until I died. And yeah, I got number 4. It was sick. I died while hiding in a bush. Yeah, the map
Nice.
just keeps getting stronger or smaller, and if you're outside of the zone that it tells you on the map, you die, or it starts killing you. But I played that. Played with Scary Internet Guy and some of his friends, and had some cool encounters. Locked down a bridge. That was pretty sick. There's like a smaller island at the bottom of the giant island, and that's where the zone was. So everyone had to cross one of two bridges, and we just held down the bridge.
Oh, that's dirty. I like that.
Yep. Because if you don't cross the bridge, you're just gonna get like damage over time and die. I also have
Choke
died
point,
a lot that way, dude. The only thing is like it's super depressing when you just like land on this island and then immediately just get fucking destroyed. Like
that sounds like my experiences in Destiny when I first started playing Crucible.
yeah. Only when you die, you're just done. And game over, no respawn.
That sounds like Trials.
Dude, especially because like
yeah, but you have to wait forever.
Oh no, you don't have to wait till the match is over. You can just leave. Once you're dead, you're just like, all right, see ya. Unless you're playing with the team. When you're playing with the team, then you can spectate. So what I would do when I was playing with the team is I'd just go watch Steve's stream after I died.
You come in and harass me for like 15 minutes and then disappear again.
Yep.
Come back for like 15 minutes, harass me some more.
Just come back. I'm banning everybody. You're all banned. How do I ban the streamer? I'm gonna figure out how to ban you, Steve. But yeah,
he's gonna figure it out.
That's pretty much all I've played. It was PUBG. I played a little bit of Paladins because the servers PUBG servers went down Friday night. But other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of Destiny this week. I did my weeklies. It was Thursday or something. I got nostalgic and I'm like, I want to go play Destiny. I want to go play with my Matador and just find like weapons that I really love and use them in PvE. So I went and did the strikes are all arc burn this week.
Nice.
So or the heroic strikes were arc burn, and then I think the other story missions or whatever was what is it? Small arms is the primary weapon damage boost, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was playing that, and it was super fun because it was the Shield Brothers, and nothing on that throws arc. Like there's a couple hive things and a couple taken things, but for the most part, if you loaded up, you can just take them down quick. And I was using my Adept Fang of Ear Ute. That thing shreds. I was like 2-tapping Cabal. It was super fun. It's just hurling grenades into the middle of Taken and Cabal and watching them all die because it was like the arc grenades of my Titan.
Nice.
And I'm trying to think. After that, I ranked up with New Monarchy, and I've been running one character with each faction. So if something good happens, I can just sign on to that character, buy how many ever things that I need, like weapons, and then sign off and distribute the weapons evenly across the 3 characters. So my Titan was New Monarchy because I was grinding for that tier 12 Caliopolis glow in the dark set. Hunter was Dead Orbit because like the Chroma Hunter mask for that had like the half skull and it's like the Dead Orbit logo on it. And then of course the Warlock was Future War Called. Well, after Hideo failed to give me a helmet for like the 100th fucking time in a row, I threw my New Monarchy badge at him, told him to eat a bag of dicks, and went and signed on to Dead Orbit. And I pulled out my my Mark of Oblivion again and strapped it on because, what is it, in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, none of that shit matters. So I figured if I'm going out, I might as well go out as Dead Orbit.
Right.
Exactly how I came into the game when I joined the faction.
That's what I was going to say. Is
Titan.
that your first faction when you loaded it up?
Yep.
Me too.
Yep. And yeah, I fucking love Dead Orbit because their shaders were the best at that time. I didn't get any of the cool shaders until much later in the game. And I was surfing Google Images one day looking for like a reference point for a Titan sketch I was doing. And I found this Titan armor that was year 1. This was before they brought anything forward via engrams, called the Dead Light armor set. And it looks basically like Lord Shax's armor, but it doesn't have the furry shoulder pads. But the chest plate has that collar thing he has, not the furry collar, but the like,
yeah,
it's got the snaps and shit on it. So I'm like, I wish they would bring that back. And then I was not with Dead Orbit for a long time, so I'm just never bothered buying it. So I think I had a shitload of silver dust or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to buy an engram. Fuck it. I'm like, I'm done for the night. I'm going to buy an engram from Jalal and see what happens. So I bought 2, and on the second one, a Dead Light plate dropped for me with that collar and everything. Infused it up to 400, and it was like a gold roll, like 90-something% roll.
Nice.
In disc. So I'm like, hey, I got some sweet new Tower Casual gear.
Tower Cash. Tower
Yeah,
Cash, and
so-
it's tier 12.
Yep. So that was. I actually used that in a couple strikes. I was so stoked. Like, yes, I need to use this thing.
So every now and again,
So,
I'll break out
yeah.
the lantern set and just wear that.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's awful. But I have it. I have a full set of lantern. Steve, what was your first
I was trying
faction?
to.
New Monarchy, and I quickly was like, nope, and switched to. I'm a Future War Cult guy.
I think Future War Cult has the best lore.
Yep, that's why
Yes.
basically.
Absolutely.
Like the story of the Ishtar Collective is
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite story in Destiny. Like that is it's so
Right.
enthralling. Like especially
Well, and the device, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing,
It's-
the
yeah.
Ishtar Collective through Future War Cult is like such a cool saga. And if you want to like Ghost Stories does an
Yep.
amazing like they read all the cards as it's kind of like a radio play kind of thing, and it's so good.
Yeah, that was the one
those
episode I
episodes-
did that with.
That's why Sherbert Pop is on the show now.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh man, love that stuff. Well, speaking of Destiny, TWAB came out. You ready for the hot news this week? Hot news is there's no news, nothing to talk about. All right, on to the next subject. Just
We're
kidding.
all just waiting for D2.
Yeah.
Same as last week.
They're going to Gamescom, and they said, this doesn't mean that you won't learn something new. For the hardcore Guardian who has heard everything we've said about Destiny 2, we'll have some new details for you to chase like a glowing engram. So watch for every Destiny YouTube content creator to be like, Gamescom, blah, 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 question mark? And then you can learn from that. They're going to, is it PAX? Yeah, PAX West. So they're going to be there all weekend.
Yep.
You can go hang out with them. And that's pretty much, they were saying it's like a party. They're like, there's nothing really, whatever.
That's in Seattle too, I think, right? So they don't even
yes.
have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And let me check something. Next week, a little over a week from now, is the Destiny 2 PC beta. Hey, so you pre-order that, and you can get early access. That will start. What's the day? You guys remember what
28th,
day?
right?
28th, I think so. And then 29th
Sounds
is
right.
if you didn't
Yeah.
pre-order. The Destiny companion app is going to be updated on August 23rd. So it's a couple days, like Wednesday. Some new stuff. Do you guys want to hear the new stuff?
But I heard they released a lot of information about like the story, and I was like, nope. I don't
Yes.
want
Yep.
In the what? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the app.
Oh, no.
the
Yeah.
app, nah, I don't even use the Destiny companion app.
Yeah, neither do I. Stay up to
Use
date with the latest
Ishtar.
news, discover new events and activities, see the latest amazing creations from our community, find community and help with forums and groups. Stay connected with your clans. There's a clan text chat, I think now. Create or join a clan, manage your clan roster. Oh, that's cool. You can manage
Is
your
that-
clan roster on the app, which is
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
so maybe we'll have to have it.
That's huge because I remember when we were we'd get people who would request to join our clan, and my clan leaders would try to do it from the app, and it wouldn't. They try to even do it on the website through their phone, and they're like, because the Bungie website is like eternally broken for anything mobile. It's a fucking pain, but.
You can also create a shared identity with a unique banner, track your clan progress and shared rewards, communicate with your teammates through clan text chat. Now, shared rewards, I would like to talk about this in general. Because
I'm stoked on it.
with our clan that we're going to be starting for D2, which I missed in housekeeping, you got to know coming in that we don't have a lot of people in this clan. So...
Yeah. We're gonna be building.
Yeah, not a lot of people going to be in this clan. So, as far as the shared rewards go, we're going to really have to work for them. I'm assuming they're not going to be great. Because why would they give you great
They'll
shit for
probably be
doing nothing?
Right. There'll probably be all cosmetic stuff, I would imagine.
But I still want it.
Well,
So we're
I
just
still
going to
want
have to
it.
work harder, guys and gals that want to be a part of this clan. Just going to have to work harder. That's all.
One of the things that I noticed in the D2 beta was there was a right now, if you look at the UI, like when you go to your selection menu where you change your weapons and stuff, right in the artifact slot, there was something that said clan emblem or clan something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember I was
banner?
like, maybe that's what it was. I was looking at it. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. So apparently, maybe we'll have rewards for clan stuff that goes there. I thought it was a little weird, but who knows if that could be part of the clan reward system.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on that.
Returning from D1 is going to be your manage your gear. You can try and recruit people for your fire team. Your profile's coming back, and then player support. So the app, it's here, running down the TWAB. This is how you know that nothing's fucking happening. We're like, hey, you want me to just read the TWAB? Just reading the TWAB. There was one more thing. Oh, Destiny 2 digital preload. Did want to talk about this.
Yes.
So in case you didn't know, you can preload the game on PlayStation 4 starting August 31st. Xbox One will be able to preload beginning early next week. They didn't give an exact date. So, also there's going to be a day one patch. So maybe while you're at work that day, have your mother, your brother, your sister, your father, your friend, your daughter, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, come download that patch for you. As long as it's not your aunt, don't let her do it. She's a bitch.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's it. That's the TWAB. All right, guys. Good show this week. See you later. Good old 30-minute show today. So,
oh man.
Being that next week we're well, next week this is the worst. Next week we won't even be able to talk about the PC beta because it still won't be here. So who knows what we're gonna do next week? I'll think of something cool for episode 30. But I wanted to talk about the final review of Destiny. I heard this on I forget where I heard it. I heard it on some show. They were talking about, now that Destiny 1 is all patched and it's finished, it's the end.
Yeah.
What would you give Destiny as a score? Like, how many out of 10? And I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to stay objective as objective as I can.
Right.
And it's hard because I've already done everything. I think I'd give it an 8.5. Overall, I mean, fantastic game. The thing is, I'm trying to. If I think about it now, I would score it much lower because I've already done everything, and I'm sick of doing it.
And it's dead. Like they gave up on it because Destiny 2's coming.
Yeah, so that's even harder.
It's not even like they gave up on it. They're just like, hey, guess what? We're done.
Yeah,
like this is the end. Like this is the end of the chapter. So it's not like something
as we know it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like what was it, Mass Effect Andromeda, where they just kind of were like, hey, fuck it, and they like shoved it out, and everybody's like, this game is like not finished and broken, and they're like, yeah, we got other stuff going on, sorry.
Yeah, Anthem. You'll thank us later.
It was Anthem and Destiny 2's fault, actually.
Yeah, that's not shocking, honestly.
Like legit, Destiny 2 has Mass Effect story editor, so
yeah.
He quit to go to Bungie.
But yeah, I think that overall the content is there, the story is good, and it's also hard because I haven't really done PvE in so long.
Right.
But I mean, raids alone. Actually, you know, I'm gonna bump it to a 9 because of raids alone. There's never been an experience like that with me in any video game. It's such an action-packed, you know, an action-packed thrill ride of emotions with your buds. And I don't know, it's really cool. Like the first time I went in and did Vault of Glass with just some guys I went to college with, I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Right.
So, you know, I think from that alone, I would give it a 9. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I got nothing else. It was a fun game. PvP, it was fun, even though, you know, stuff gets weird. But
Right.
you know, it's actually like I don't get the complaints as much as like I don't understand where everyone's coming from with that, because it hasn't been like as bad as people make it out to be.
Well, people are scrubs, you know.
Well, no, when
People are fucking scrubs.
People are like, red bar can't do shit. Fucking everything's laggy. I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Like, yeah, I'll run into people that lag, but it's not like I can't play.
They're blaming I only say this shit because I've re-listened to that. Sometimes I'll go back and re-listen to Crucible Radio episodes that I really like just for fun.
Same.
And there's that one where Sports Psych Steve was on, and he was talking about how people will assign their losing and their death in the game to something that was beyond their control to avoid having to take the blame and improve their gameplay. And that's what it is. They're like, oh, I totally just ran around that corner at head level and got fucking sniped. But it wasn't my fault. It was that tryhard asshole red bar, you know, and as frustrating as that is, that's the core where the complaints come from, I think.
Yeah. Or people being like, the hit registration's fucking terrible. And you're like, no, you just missed.
Yeah, you have potato thumbs like me. Get in line, take a fucking number, you know?
I mean, that comes down to like anybody admitting that you're wrong or you're not great or you know what I mean? Like admitting that you're not good is always the hardest thing for anybody. So if I can take it to a deeper level on that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm actually from the opposite camp where I come from. Like, I have a problem with people who can't admit they're not good. And
do you think you shit on yourself too much?
I mean, I'm bad at Crucible. I know that, you know, I make no bones about that. But I've definitely gotten into heated debates with people who are like, blah, 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 fucking shotguns are no skill weapons, this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, actually, some of the top tier competitive players use shotguns, so that doesn't mean they're no skill weapons. It's how you use the shotgun. Well, I got fucking.
You hear that?
No, you cut out.
Huh?
No, that wasn't me. That was audio from something else. My phone just went nuts.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, did we lose Ben again?
No, I turned on my Wi-Fi on my phone and it started playing a podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, like you get people who just like because they're good at the game, they use that skill level as like almost like a crutch, you know? They're like, well, I'm good at this game, so I can't possibly have fucked up that round. And it's like, dude, I listen, you know, like again, listening to Crucible Radio, there's players who are like top players in the game that are like, yo, I had this bad round, I fucked up, I pushed too hard into the spawns, this, that, and the other. It's like if they can admit they were wrong, what's your fucking problem? Because you're certainly not a god, you know, you're not better than Lupo or Lumi or, you know, some of the other top PvP players.
Right.
Not to get too far off into the weeds. Steve, you got anything for final rating for Destiny?
Well, let's see. I'm just going to let my playtime speak for itself.
How many days is that?
I just did some math real quick. And so I've been playing Destiny for a little over a year total. And I have 39 days, 15 hours, and 31 minutes. It's 951 and a half hours. And I did the math. That is literally 1.5% of the year I spent playing Destiny.
God damn, dude.
Just a lot of
That's
time.
pretty awesome.
So, but yeah, I'm in agreement with Ben around a 9, 8.5 to 9, somewhere in there.
I'll go one up. I'll say I give it a 9.5. And here's my reasoning for that. And keep in mind, like I try to stay objective, but again, it's hard because I think I was talking to you guys about this. I talked to other people about this. Like, this is the game that I wanted when I was like, 9 or 10. I'm playing fucking, I don't even remember what I was playing. I'm like Sega. And I'm like, man, wouldn't it be awesome to be able to play with other people across the world and just like, not even have to like have them know you. Like, you can get match made in with randoms, which of course the irony in that is a lot of us complain that that is the bane of our existence now, is match made with fucking blueberries, right? But and I've never been like a fantasy. I've always been more Star Wars. If you're gonna give me sci-fi and sci fantasy, whatever you're gonna call it, I want like spaceships and laser battles. I don't want like swords and magic and stuff. But Destiny really hit that for me, which is funny because I wasn't really into it when I played it with Gray Fox at his place. And it's tough because like if it comes from a different place in gaming. People who play a lot of MMOs and stuff like that, apparently. And again, I've only been playing a little bit longer than you, Steve, I think. I think you picked it up a couple months after I did, because that's around when I met Ben, and that's when we all started like playing together. But yeah, I have something up there like 900 hours, close to
You have
your total.
1,282.58 hours.
Holy shit, I'm over 1,000?
Yeah,
You're more than Ben.
You have the most time out of anyone on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
we're going to attribute that to falling asleep on the couch.
That could be true. I will say in the first, it's tough to break into Destiny, especially if you were a vanilla player, and then like they kick the Taken King out to everybody, and you're just like, all right, so now I got to spend more money on this game than I've had for whatever.
Yep, it was hard.
And it's still essentially, yeah, I can totally sympathize with that, and I think those people have. I think that's actually a very valid area of complaints. But coming in as a late Taken King player, like, it's been fantastic. I've made so many friends through this game. Like, I've never made friends through video games before.
Yeah.
It's always been real life friends who we just get together and play whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're all moving on to the next thing now. Whereas here, like, I have a set group of people that I played with. I found like the group that I call home. My family, my clan. It's like one of those things where you're just like, it's understood. You're on, at some point every night of the week or every other night, something like that. Or like you post up on the clan page, like, yo, who wants to raid? Or hey, Thursday night raid night. Let's do this. It's a regular thing. So it's a game that definitely, like, once you start playing it socially with other people, and not just other people, but other people who have a good mentality, people who aren't salty all the time, people who aren't sitting there tilting and going fucking ape shit because a red bar just killed him in Iron Banner. It's like, yeah, this is the 57th Iron Banner that's happened. Like, let's just laugh it off at this point because there's nothing we can do. And people who know a little bit about weapons and raid strats and stuff like that, like, it's a very tough game to sort of break into if you come from the Call of Duty mindset where it's just like, I'm here to shoot the bands and I want everything in front of me. If you come from something a little deeper, like an MMO or something like that, or just like, you play games to death and you're just like, this is the 100th time I played this Borderlands mission, but it's still fun. If you come from that, you definitely are getting more from Destiny. I can't count how many times, like, I've run through the raids. And I mean, even now, if one of my clanmates, it's a little different because I have a schedule with a child and stuff now, but if one of my clanmates would be like, hey, who wants to raid on Thursday night? And I'm available, I've immediately post up, I'm in. I'm bringing my Defender Titan. If you need something else, let me know. And
you always need a defender.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that's actually one of my hopes for Destiny 2, and one of my few complaints for D1 is that Titans, like the raid, I guess we'll call it raid meta. It was always like Sunsingers Warlocks go on self-res, Hunters go on Night Stalker, Titans go on a Night Stalker or Golden Gun, and then Titans, we need Defender Titans, and
we raided with the Striker a bunch. So.
Okay, that's a special case. That dude is just bonkers at PvE Striker.
Yeah,
he is, dude. He would just be at the perfect time. You're like, oh shit, things are getting hectic. He's just like, slam.
Yeah,
which is awesome. I think it gets, for me, not being a Defender main, it gets stale. Always like, fine, I'll fucking go to bubble, whatever, and a couple of my clanmates rip me all the time. They're like, you hate the Titan bubble. I'm like, I don't hate the Titan bubble. I hate the fact that I'm getting painted into this corner where I have to use a bubble, or we need 2 Defender Titans to complete a raid. There should be more than one way to skin a cat. So it's actually one of the there should be more than one way to complete the raid, I should say, I guess. So that's one of my hopes for D2 with Sentinel, is that they've made it so the mechanics of the raids are a little bit more, they lend themselves a little more to other subclasses,
Well, they said they wanted to do that too. That was the goal.
Which, I hope they pull it off, and I really hope it's not just everybody goes back to that tired, stale, okay, we need 2 Defender Titans, we need 2 Golden Gun Hunters for, whatever, Nighthawk or whatever they're going to do for that.
Overshield.
Exactly.
Did you hear that Golden Gun Hunters can create enough orbs now to completely refill a teammate's super from 0?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
So I'm super happy about that.
It's funny because, remember we were talking about this and we are like, what the okay, so Warlocks can throw down their healing shield or their healing rift, and the
Titans got the
weapon. Yep, Titans got the wall, and we still got our bubble as Titans. So what does Hunters do? They dodge? Hunters don't really add anything to the team.
Dodge and punch.
Yeah, dodge and punch, exactly. So we're like, Hunters are not going to be able to add anything to the team, and there was some theories floating around, and then when that came out, I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
That's what they were holding back.
That's awesome. That's
fucking brilliant.
A really cool way to balance that, because I was thinking just a second ago, how do you make DPS supers into good things for a raid? And I think that's it, is orb generation. Make them fucking pump orbs out like crazy.
Which is going to feed everybody else, and it's going to be I really hope that it gets to the point where it's just bonkers in raids. You can just start hitting your golden gun shots, and everybody just starts going off with supers, and you chain them
I want to see 6 hunters with golden gun go in and just DPS the fuck out of something. Just being like, pow, 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 pow. No, okay, that's enough orbs. You go. Just one after another, just golden gun.
If it works that way.
The quickest gall drop ever right there.
I mean, if one of them can make enough to recharge their entire team's super from 0 to full, just keep spamming.
Yeah, but do we know that the orb creation is based on damage? Or is it based on kills?
Don't they have that thing that doing getting headshots or something?
I want to say it was a headshot. So if you get a headshot with your golden gun, you generate 8 orbs or whatever the number was they gave. I forget, but it was something I want to say it was 8 orbs, which will fully refill your team's super, which is awesome. And I mean, it's kind of like Night Stalker. Right now, if you're running Light of the Pack on a Night Stalker, and you just fire a tether into a group of enemies, for Vosik on Wrath of the Machine, you get all those little fucking shithead Siva dregs and Vandals that come running out in between rounds. You get a couple Hunters on either end with, their tether built with a good build going, and you can just dump orbs. They're everywhere if your Hunters are built for that raid,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so passive tree 2 for Gunslinger has something called Crowd Pleaser. Precision hits with your golden gun generate orbs of light for your allies.
Yes, that's the one.
And then line them up. Precision hits with golden gun increase its damage and extend its duration. So
Holy shit. That's going to be
So that's the
stupid.
6-shot thing. So like if you aim properly with your 6 shots,
It's
get all 6
it doesn't
precision.
have 6-shooter. This is the one that only has 3.
Oh,
Well, assuming it only
three.
has
Well, that
3.
makes
We
it
haven't played
easier
it yet.
then.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking crazy.
What if it just inherently had 4?
4?
Yeah, I would put
I
4
get
shots
that.
on Golden Gun. I mean,
Then he's just I call Androxus and Paladins just Golden Gun anyway.
yeah, that would be cool. See, I'm sure we're gonna see
He's got
so many
4
awesome
shots.
videos like this, like 6 gunslingers take down Protheon by shooting him in the dick. I don't know, something weird. But
Well, think about how much they've held back for D2, like how much they haven't told us yet. And they're just like trickling it out bit by bit as it gets closer to get people more hyped up. So imagine what's going to happen when we get D2. It's going to be like, exactly like you said, we're just going to see some ridiculous shit. It's going to be fucking awesome.
I'm super.
Oh, our
stoked.
community has been known to just break the game over and over and over again as often as possible. So
I want some fun strats. Fun strats seem so good, just like these best fast food burgers that are so good to me.
Heyo.
So I actually, we don't have to do burgers if you guys don't want to. We got 3 topics that we can choose from today. Best fast.
You said
food.
burgers. We're doing burgers.
Okay, we're doing burgers. So who has the best burger? Stipulation: can't be a restaurant. Like I think Five Guys counts.
A chain, right?
Yeah, but like
Has to be a chain.
it can't be like, oh, I went to Applebee's and got the Whiskey River burger. Like no, none of that. I think Five Guys and like In-N-Out is where I'm gonna cap it. Like that's as restaurant-y as you can get.
Okay.
If they hand you a menu, you're no, not if they hand you a physical menu.
Gotcha. I'm gonna say, and I don't even eat meat, but I used to go there all the time, even just get it without the fucking meat. Was In-N-Out Burger. So like I would imagine that with the meat is just as good. So yeah, I'm going In-N-Out on this one.
In-N-Out, really. So this is, I'm probably going to get beat up by somebody for saying this. I don't think that In-N-Out is the best burger that you can go buy.
Ooh, those might be fighting words to people.
I know.
Hey,
I think that, because living on the East Coast, we don't have them. So people that get In-N-Out from the, East Coasters that have had In-N-Out are like weird mythical legend people out here, and people are like, how was it? Oh my god, you got In-N-Out? I'm so jealous. Holy shit. And it's not that good. It's not bad. It's not a bad burger by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually a very good burger, but it's not like, you're not going to come in your mouth over it. You know what I mean? That's my new way to describe beautiful tasting things. My mouth just came.
A mouthgasm?
Yeah.
Mouthgasm.
Foodgasm, eargasm. I don't put food in my ear. I think the best burger from fast food is huh?
I said the suspense.
Oh, I thought you said it's Spats, and I was like, I've never heard of that. No, it's Five Guys. I think Five Guys is better than In-N-Out. I said it.
Okay.
So all you East Coasters, I'm just, you don't have to dream about In-N-Out. It's pretty much Five Guys. Except they don't have that animal sauce. You know what I mean? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, animal sauce.
Animal sauce is good. It's real good.
I never had Five Guys. They don't have an option for me, so.
They got peanuts there. You could eat that
good
shit.
Cheese, don't they?
I don't know. I like the way that Five Guys is set up, though. How you're just like, how many patties you want? And what the fuck you want on it? You're like, cool. Thanks. That's how I like my burgers. Just, hey, what the fuck? What you want? I will say, though, the best burger I've ever had was from Gordon Ramsay's burger restaurant in Vegas. And it was, I've never had food that, like, normally you get a bacon cheeseburger, you could taste the cheese, you could taste the bacon, you could taste the burger. This was one solid flavor. I was like, this is blowing my fucking mind. It was duck bacon and some kind of fancy fucking cheese and meat, and holy shit, it was good. And the fries were like $10 for like 15 fries.
Oh my god.
So you're saying that it is it's the essence of pure flavor.
Yeah, it was seriously like I've never tasted anything in my life like that where you're like, holy shit, one thing. I feel like I'm missing something.
My best burger overall has to be, it was also in Vegas, but it's a place called Smash Burger. It's a
I've heard of that.
ranch avocado black bean burger.
Oh shit, that sounds good.
So good.
All right, Scott. Give me your best fast food, and then I guess we're doing best overall.
All right. So I gotta agree with you. Five Guys. I've never had an In-N-Out burger because it's been a very long time since I've been west of the Mississippi or the Rockies.
West of the Mississippi.
Yeah. It makes me sad, but I mean that happens when you're doing stuff. Unfortunately,
I just love anyone who describes geographical location as somewhere of a river. Direction of river.
Isn't that the Great Divide, or is that the Colorado River?
I don't fucking know.
I don't remember.
It's the Mason-Dixon line.
The Mason.
Just south of the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah, no, I've been south of that a few times in the last couple of years, so I think we're good on that. But I gotta agree with you as far as chain go. And before we get too far off, that is just because the last time I was in the South, it was for a funeral. So bad memories attached to that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a sad thing. But let's get back to burgers. So Five Guys is usually my go-to burger chain. Like the quickest, easiest, it's going to be a good burger, so it doesn't really matter. And it's weird because like around my area, it's tough to like find a good like sandwich shop or burger that isn't going to charge you like $10 to $15 for a sandwich and doesn't have a fucking wait time of a goddamn hour. It's infuriating because like anytime you want to eat, and again, full disclosure, my wife is vegetarian, so a lot of places where we're like, hey, you want to get takeout? It's like if they don't have vegetarian options, I'm like, well, I'm not making an extra stop, so that's going to go on the list of next time I'm doing something on my own. Or like with some of my friends, I'm just like, I don't want to be bothered making 2 stops. So Five Guys is usually my go-to. However, there is a place called the Brown Bag here in Troy.
Brown Bag
and
burger?
They have, I believe so. It's called the Donut. It's like I forget what the name of the burger is, but it's basically like a donut cut in half with a bacon cheeseburger with a shitload of stuff in the middle of it.
They call that the Homer Simpson here.
Yeah, basically. And then there's one that has like pancakes with peanut butter and some other stuff on the burger. And it sounds gross, but apparently it's really good. So but the thing with this place is it's only open at fucking weird hours. So it's like 5 p.m. or 7, 8 p.m. to like 4 o'clock in the morning daily. Because they're catering to the bar crowd that, there's a couple bars in downtown Troy that some of the college kids go to. There's a couple colleges here. It's not like, the colleges across the river in Albany where there's like 4 large ones and all the bars just sort of cater to them on the weekends. But there's actually a new shop in Troy, and I'll give it a shout out because it is music themed and it's like a lot of the music I grew up with from this area. So it's like hardcore and metal dudes. Somebody who's affiliated with them opened a shop called Knuckle Sandwiches. That's what I was looking up earlier here. So, and actually, there's a burger here. Haven't had it yet, but I've read it, and I'm just like, that's going to be my next stop. The next time that I'm out and about and I need lunch and I'm like local to Troy, I need to get it. It's called the Stigmata Burger. It's named after the hardcore band Stigmata, which we haven't played with Stigmata in my band. We played with the singer's other band, Murderers Row, and the singer Bob Riley is an awesome dude. So the Stigmata Burger, I'm looking at the menu here. It's a burger with a fried egg, fried jalapenos, choice of cheese, and blackberry jam. Um, so that sounds pretty fucking epic, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out.
Hell yeah, man.
So that's knuckle sandwiches. They have other stuff here too that sounds really good, like the Brick by Brick Burger, which is named for another like hardcore / metal band here, which we know a couple of guys from or we know the one guy because he like books a bunch of shows, and he booked us a couple times because he was doing punk shows. It's a cheeseburger with a fried egg and chili. That sounds pretty amazing. And then the Madball Burger. It's meatball parm, onions, peppers, and mozzarella cheese. That
God.
also sounds pretty awesome.
I just want to go eat all these hardcore knuckle sandwiches.
Yeah, man. I like want to go there too because apparently there's like people I know who work there from the music scene. So I haven't made it over there yet because like obviously I'm at home with my kid right now.
Yeah.
And, other stuff. So I'm just like, God damn it, I need to go. Like, I want these burgers. They need to be in me now. So I'm looking forward to those.
Well, I think that about wraps us up for today, guys. I got to go take engagement pictures and then immediately go to my fantasy football draft. Not the one for this show, in case anybody who is playing is listening. I hope you're listening if you're playing with us. That'd be kind of weird if you weren't.
What's the penalty if you lose fantasy football in your league?
We don't have one. You have to pay money. I won last year though, so
that's good.
Yeah,
there was one,
only like fucking 4 or 5 people out of the 8 paid me. By the way, the fantasy football league that we're doing is no money, so just for fun.
There was one I was talking to. I think it was Cosmology. I was in the DGS Discord the other day, and Cosmology mentioned his brother is in a fantasy football league. Check this out for the losing penalty. Loser, like last place guy, has to retake the SATs.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That is both the nerdiest and most cruel and unusual punishment for anything I've ever heard in my entire life, because the SATs were fucking horrible.
Yeah,
there was no enjoyment about those.
So if you retake it and do really shitty, do they keep your new score?
No. Apparently they're just like grabbing old SATs from someplace. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought that they were like you had to go like and take it in a like sanctioned way, so that way that became your like on record SAT score. And I was like, that's fucked.
You know what I was wondering was because I'm not really sure how that works. Do you actually have to try? Because if that was me, I'd just go through and mark everything as C and then like walk away. Because it doesn't fucking matter.
ABBA.
Yeah, exactly. But if they make some stipulation like you need to actually try to answer these questions, that's rough.
Yeah, that's very strange. Well, yeah. That's been our show. It's been a fun one. We'll be back next week with more fun stuff. We'll probably talk about Mel Brooks or vacations. You can find again. We are going to be on a charity stream with Dads of Destiny or through Dads of Destiny, whatever.
They're hosting it.
Yes, more. We will have more information soon, and that again is October 13th. It's a 72-hour stream. Please come out. It's a really, it's a noble thing to donate to. We're going to try our hardest to think of something fun to do for you guys to watch. Hopefully there will be a raid out by that point. I'm almost positive there will be a raid out by that point.
A month later.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to do the raid. We might have some special guests to join us for that raid. So that would be pretty sick.
That'd be awesome.
You can find this show on Twitter at BarelyADS. You can send us an email with your questions to barelyadestinyshow@gmail.com. Normally I would read off the questions that we got, but I forgot to ask if anybody had any. Bum, 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 bum. You can find me on Twitter, on PSN, and now on Steam. Bow, bow, bow. Det Ben Malone. It's, everything is Det Ben Malone. You can find this show on YouTube if you just search Det Ben Malone, or if you search Barely a Destiny Show. We do have the video versions, so you can watch those.
See our handsome mugs.
Yeah, I got a new haircut. I look fucking good.
Oh,
Look real fucking
looks
good.
fresh.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag stay fresh.
Yeah.
Let me. Anyway, Steve, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and PSN, Xanafan711. I also now have a new email. So if for some reason you want to email me specifically, Xanafan711@gmail.com. Also, look, if you like Paladins as much as me, or even just a little bit, myself and Buster Knuckle 13 from the RNG Cast are going to be starting a new podcast called Paladin Pals Podcast. We're I'm pretty sure recording next weekend for episode 1. We're gonna be it's gonna be a lot more unlike this show. I would say think Massive Breakdowns meets Crucible Radio for Paladins. We're gonna pick a champion every week, play that champion a ton, make a bunch of loadouts, do a bunch of research, talk about the lore a little bit about each champion, which there's not a lot of lore. So but yeah, look forward to that. We have an email, paladinpalspodcast@gmail.com, or on Twitter, paladinpalspod. So,
and we're kicking Steve off the show because of it. He's gone. He's no longer going to be on Barely a Destiny Show. It's going to now be
Destiny only.
It's going to be me and Mr. Slapshotzo. Don't forget the underscore.
Right.
Get it?
Oh,
Do I have Stu?
Because of Stu.
No. We're just dad tales referencing all over the place right now. Is what's happening.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott, where can people find you online?
Space Internet, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Slapshot Scott. The O's are zeros. October 13th, here's a fun thing. My band, Dead Aces, we are going to be playing a show in Albany, where we live, with a band from Indy called the Yavin 4. Now, if you like Star Wars and you like rock and roll, you're in our area or want to come to area for that weekend, October 13th, you should come check it out. The Yavin 4 are awesome. They actually play songs about Star Wars and Star Wars characters, so it's kind of like a geek rock type thing. It's really funny. They just put out a new album called Imperial Entanglements. Their last album was really good, and they dress up in full Star Wars costumes when they play.
We should see if we can get their music on this show. Also, Dead Aces.
Yeah. You don't want Dead Aces. We're terrible. Not truthfully, I was just waiting until we ran out of musical guests.
Oh, well, that's never going to happen now with Narwolf. He is fucking killing it. He gave us our new band today. They're called Glass Half Empty. But, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, ask Yavin 4 if we can play their music.
Yeah, if you guys want to get the Yavin 4, I'll shoot Benny a message and we'll see.
Yeah, man.
He's been pushing it big. So
let's do it.
Nice.
Cool. That's been our show. Come back next week. It'll be episode 30. We might have a special surprise next week. I'm hoping that we have a special surprise.
Me too. I think I know what this surprise is.
Yeah, the special surprise got sick. So, So, yeah.
Is it a puppy?
Yes, it's a puppy, and it's shitting all over the house. It's got horrible... It's got explosive diarrhea. Horrible explosive diarrhea.
Explosive diarrhea. Oh, my gosh.
Jesus, my throat today. All right, guys. I'm going to play this band, and then I'm going to get the fuck out of here and do some fantasy football research and stuff like that. It's been a real blast hanging out with you today, this morning, this afternoon. Whatever. Love you guys. Have a good one. Oh,
Peace
and
out, everybody.
until next week, be the light you want to be in others.
Later, guys.
Peace.
When you were empathetic, 0.5 wouldn't get me high. And this river's running north again, and you're passing me by. And I won't say I'm sorry. I won't say I'm sorry. I don't think that you love me. I don't think you know what it means to be loyal and call by the morals that make me up, yeah. You're taking advantage of my good intentions and it's fucking me up, yeah. And you're gone still. And I'm wrong still. Now I'm trying to find a cause for everything I say. I guess that I have no control over what takes place around me. I've been in my head all day, but I'll slick up, slip out, and throw myself away. Yeah, I'm wasted on Wednesday, thinking about my copay, but insurance doesn't cover this. I'm not ready to face this. We're already getting used to this. All the times I could have kissed my parents goodnight, but it smelled like smoke and I didn't want to fight. It's your fucking turn to face this. I'm not getting it wrong, I'm getting it right. I'm not getting it wrong, and I'm leaving home tonight. Do you have any big plans tomorrow night? I'll just come through and we can talk about it. Unintelligent conversation makes for complication. His hand is brushing your leg while I'm trying to go to bed, and I'm frozen at home. You play the part and you slip down the hallway to call because you know I'm alone. I'm not ready to face this. We're already getting used to this. All the times I could have kissed my parents goodnight, but it smelled like smoke and I didn't want to fight. It's your fucking turn to face this. I'm not getting it wrong, I'm getting it right. I'm not getting it wrong, and I'm leaving home tonight. And I'm not stressed out. You're just worried. And can you tell me It's not helping the misrhythm in my head. I'm not stressed out. Think you're just worried. It's not helping the misrhythm in my head. But I slip up and slip out and throw myself away. I'm wasted on a Wednesday in my head. But I slip up and slip out and throw myself away. I'm wasted on a Wednesday. Am I breathing? Am I breathing? Am I breathing? Are we still breathing? Tell me my alternative to
All right, thank you for watching episode 20, or I guess listening. Thank you for listening to episode 29 of Barely a Destiny Show. We will be back next week on twitch.tv/DapMalone at about 2 p.m.-ish Eastern. Remember, you were just listening to Glass Half Empty. You can find them at glasshalfemptyma.bandcamp.com. Their record is called Pressing Issues, and you can name your own price for it. So if you ever a fan of that, maybe go throw them a couple dollars and support their craft. Until next week, see you later. Love y'all. Peace. Have a good one.